Thanks so much for that reporting. And I want to talk more about all of this with retired Brigadier General Peter Zwack, who's a global fellow at the Wilson Center. General, thanks so much for being here. We welcome you to the show. We just saw this new video that the IDF is saying shows that tunnel at the Al-Shifa medical complex. As you're watching this and learning about it, what's your biggest takeaway?
Jessica, thank you. My biggest takeaway is virtually that entire part of Gaza is laced with tunnels. And I have no doubt that there are tunnels under the hospital and adjacent buildings, and as we've said throughout. Now, whether it was a command center or not, they're going to have to sort that out. That's still in debate. I think we have to go back to the beginning, where I think Hamas has proven that it will use any type of cover and concealment, and use the population for its protection, cover, and also for its operations as they scurry through those tunnels. I think what we've just seen of Orn down there is they've just gone like maybe 100, 200 yards. There are, just dozens and dozens and dozens of miles of these tunnels that, as the IDF now starts to begin its push down towards the south and Rafah, these aren't cleared. And where are the hostages? And they may very well still be in that rabbit warren of tunnels that are still lacing northern Gaza.
And it is interesting, as Orn was saying, you see in that video what they say is that metal door that they're afraid to go into at this moment. They don't want to go into yet because they think it's booby-trapped. It kind of underscores what could be down in these tunnels.
Jessica, you're absolutely right. You can expect explosives to be, Hamas has had time to turn it into a devil's garden down there, and have time to dig explosives in the walls and shafts, and small units go in, and the whole thing is blown down on them as they go. So this is hard. It takes long. What is significant is while the IDF has seized most of the top ground, it's still a nasty environment down there where clearly Hamas is still operating, and IDF has been careful. God bless, they've reported 53 dead, which is a lot. But to really push in there, it's going to take ground forces and infantry. They've tried to do it with air power and missiles, and the nasty job of clearing those tunnels and getting around the corner and worrying about these explosives, and then losses will go up significantly. And naturally and logically, the IDF wants to be as economical as possible, but time is not on their side. They know it. Their whole global media court is out there watching them, and much of the global street. So they've got to get this done. Now, when you're in a hurry, bad things happen when you're in a hurry. And so this requires patience, but they've got to move at the same time with alacrity. And in the middle of this, where are the hostages? And that is still in play.
Yeah, and I want to ask you about the hostages, because these babies, these children, these women, these elderly people, sick people are all still being held hostage. The IDF releasing video also today that shows what it says are some of the hostages being taken into Al-Shifa hospital. Why is that important in terms of this video that they're putting out there? And also, what do you make of us hearing from representatives from the NSA saying that they're closer than they've been yet in hopefully getting some of these hostages out?
Well, first of all, God knows what those negotiations involve, and it's a pretty cold-blooded discussion. I mean, the fact that that Hamas is clearly using them as a bargaining tool to get their way, to stall, protect themselves, and the Israelis are onto it. But you have in Israel and worldwide, a major push, get our hostages out at any cost. As I tried to explain, the more you, the harder and the faster you push, the more ugliness occurs when you're fighting in a teeming civilian population area where already major humanitarian, yeah, I'll use the word disaster is occurring. So in many ways, the Israelis are damned if they do, damned if they don't. They want to get the hostages out. They're negotiating hard. And Hamas, I think, knows they've got that card. Now, and Qatar is trying to be the honest broker. But there are just so many pieces. And finally, if we get a chunk of the hostages out, that still means there'll probably be, say, 100 come out. There's still 100 still there as a bargaining chip, and this dance of death continues. So it's the perfect storm. It is. I can't think of a more diabolical scenario that has occurred in recent military social history, where you have a absolutely snarled situation of bad choices, and Hamas is not going to give up those hostages without getting their way. And we're just going to have to see. And it's taking time. And the longer it takes time, you have the crisis in the tunnels, and you have this gigantic humanitarian crisis going on in Gaza. And the states that are aligning the area are increasingly edgy and impatient and worried, like Egypt and Jordan.
Yeah.
And then last, all of this going on, Jessica, what's happening up in the northern with Hezbollah and all of that, which is sort of still out there. So there is so much. Sadly, we're far from the end with all this.
Right. There's just so many layers, as you just laid out for all of us. All right, General Peter Zwack, thanks so much for your expertise here. We sure do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.